All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. John, it's that time.
Yeah, it is.
The maiden voyage.
Oh man, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first episode of the Enter Code podcast.
Your new favorite podcast.
Yes, it
Just
better
want to
be.
put that out there.
It better be. That's what we're hoping. I am one of your hosts, Ryan Welch, along with Triple J himself, John Jefferson Jr.
Yeah, that's me.
We're excited to be here. We've been talking about a podcast for how many months? Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, we have been wanting to do something, and I guess with stay-at-home orders, now is good time as any.
So blame it on the Rona that you get to hear our voices.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of that, I do hope everyone who is listening right now is doing well, staying safe, staying healthy, because that's what matters. And hopefully just for the next little while, we can entertain you and talk about some thoughts and some feelings we have about all kinds of pop culture stuff. Just a little bit about us. I'll go first. So I am a assistant principal at a charter school in northern Utah. And spend my off hours playing lots of video games, reading comics, watching wrestling. Everything that a growing boy should do. But no, I'm married. I have 4 wonderful, rambunctious children. And then in the spare minutes and seconds that I have, I write for a website called GameOctane.com. Hopefully you guys can check it out. I was trying to, when I drove over here, I was thinking about how long I've been doing it, and I think it's 4 years now, which is kind of crazy. But anyway, so I don't know. I just like to have fun, guys. I do what I can. So, John, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'll tell a little bit about myself. So, I'm Triple J, John Jefferson Jr. I am the oldest of 5. I am married to a wonderful woman, and I have an amazing 6-year-old who keeps me pretty busy. I'm a salesman at a local furniture and appliance store out here in Utah, so that's always fun. Thankful I still have a job and go to work and provide for the family, but
seriously.
On the downside, or I guess the downtime, not downside, that sounds bad, right? I'm an artist. I've been drawing as far back as I can remember since I was a young buck, and I love to play video games. I love, we'll say, pop culture, wrestling, video games, drawing, art, anime, things like that. I won't talk about anime much because Ryan doesn't like it. He's lame like that.
Wow.
It's okay.
I watched the last Airbender movie the other day. It was
my gosh,
pretty awesome.
I can't talk to you right now.
The effects were very cool.
Oh, stop it.
And the direction was super neat.
I don't know you.
The proper show is on Netflix now. I gotta watch it.
Yeah, now I can educate him. Oh, pray for him, guys. Pray for me. This is my partner that I'm dealing with.
That's where our partnership comes into play. That's really important. So, if there's something I'm lacking that I don't know, then John picks up the slack and he knows everything.
Yeah, because I'm not slacking in any department.
Yeah. Nope. You know it all. Encyclopedia J. That's another nickname.
Don't tell my wife I said that because she will correct me right away.
She's going to burst into the room. Well, hopefully for the next little bit, we want to talk a little bit about some video games we've been playing, just kind of some of the news and things that have been going on lately. But first, let's jump into really what we've been playing. We mentioned staying at home or here in the first couple minutes. So what are some games that you've been focusing on? You've been playing, John?
Well, we had to get down on that Streets of Rage 4.
Oh, yes! Oh, so good!
If any of you guys have ever played like your classic beat 'em ups like Streets of Rage, Final Fight, Streets of Rage 4 is a straight homage to that. Like, it's everything you loved about that with the next gen graphics, and it's nice that we can, play online with our friends and beat up people and just listen to that classic retro music.
Oh man. They really did an amazing job of blending the retro and the new. So the art style is fantastic. And it's really just a beautiful animation, beautiful drawings. But you can unlock, as you go through, other Streets of Rage characters. So you can play as them. You can unlock retro soundtracks to play with it. Although the current one that they made for Streets of Rage 4 is
so good,
incredible. Check it. Go on Spotify. Do yourself a favor and check it out. Yes. So yeah, that's been taking up a lot of our time because we need to unlock everybody as much as we can. And it's just such a good, oh my goodness, such a good story and everything about it.
Yeah,
it's
which
amazing.
is weird for a beat 'em up because normally there's not a good story. But this one was actually, there was a good story in there. I was like, all right, good job.
That's right. You see some great cameos and great use of characters from the series. So, you have your normal guys, Y Signal's there, obviously, because, that punk's always in every Streets of Rage. But, like, the bosses have a purpose, and anyway, it's amazing.
And if you play with your friends, make sure you turn friendly fire off, because there's nothing worse than trying to do, like, combos, and you hit your buddy, and they go flying across the screen. I said I was sorry a lot.
You did a lot, and I did appreciate that. However, at least put it on to get the achievement or the trophy. Then you can turn it off. Because if you smack each other around, you get a trophy for like 15 points.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. Anyway, for all your achievement hunters, you got to do it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, Streets of Rage, for sure. We've been playing that a lot. I have been playing a lot of Animal Crossing.
A lot.
Yeah. So, here's the problem. I have a lot of problems, but here's the main problem. At some point, I want to say a week or two ago, I achieved 5-star status on my island. But I didn't know about it. All I did was I found one of the Lily of the Valleys that only grows when you're a 5-star. So I managed to talk to Isabel, got the golden watering can, and then the next day, I'm not noticing any lilies anymore, and so I talked to her, and I somehow bumped down to a 4. So it's kind of nagging at me enough where it's driving me nuts that I can't figure out what I did. The only thing I can think of is that I built a ramp down to the beach so I can get to Red's boat easier whenever he comes to my island. So I don't know. I have a beautiful island, John.
You have a lot going on your island, I will say. It is beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Kudos.
Thank you.
Kudos to you.
Thank you.
Put a lot of time and effort into that.
Thank you very much.
Mine is not as developed, but hey, I'm okay with my 4-star rating.
I can't stand it. I need that extra star, and I can't figure it out. So now I'm going through the motions and hoarding bells and hoarding turnips and hoarding items.
Don't get me started on the turnips. Any of you listening that deal with this Animal Crossing craziness and the turnips, it's kind of frustrating. Most of the time you invest a little bit and the turnip, trying to sell it on your own island is just a joke.
Bless Twitter. Twitter's great. If you need, I wouldn't even mess with the turnip exchange because it's just you got to join their Discord and it's stupid. Yeah. And people have just obnoxious prices for them. So just search turnip prices in the search bar on Twitter and find some new people and jump into their DMs and have a good time.
There are some people that have helped me out on there and they haven't asked for anything in return. I think they're just gentle souls, so bless them. I appreciate you from the bottom of my soul. You've helped me pay off a lot of my debt to Tom Nook, who's a crook. Tom Crook, as we call him.
He started Corona.
Yeah. Ooh, he might have. What do you think?
I mean, I put it on my board. I was very confident that he started it.
We could probably take a poll on that.
Thank you. I'm sure we can.
Aside from that, I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yes.
I know a lot of my friends have already beat it. I'm taking my sweet time and just, enjoying the game. I'm only like 3 chapters away from beating it, so I guess I could just beat that tonight. We'll see. I don't know. Ryan kind of wants to see me beat it and get my opinion on how I feel.
So, besides the anime thing as being one of my cardinal sins, I've never played a Final Fantasy ever. So, this has been an experience. I played the demo at E3 and it was very fun. And been watching you play a little bit and now it's been fun.
Can we go back to E3?
Yes.
I got to sit on the bike from Final Fantasy VII. Talk about achievement unlocked. Yeah. I know I couldn't drive it or anything, and it was just like a replica, but still. All y'all out there and all my friends on Facebook that saw that picture I posted, it was great. I want to go again. But we probably won't have that opportunity again.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about that actually in a little bit. With some of the news stories that came out today, that's kind of one of the big questions on my mind is E3. Is it done? Is it coming back? Anyway, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, Final Fantasy. So, your experiences now, based on when you first played it, back in ye olden days, is it a better experience now? Do you miss, like, are there any feelings you had when you used to play it that's just, like, not there, or has it been really enjoyable so far?
It's been enjoyable. I don't know that I can't say it's better because it's a different experience than what I had growing up with the original. There are some things that I want to be able to go and do, but since this is only part 1, I'm not going to be able to do that. Like, I want to do my Chocobo racing. I want to go to Golden Saucer. I can't even talk. The Golden Saucer. There we go. I can speak words. And spend a lot of time in the arcade. I don't know about you guys, but I spent a lot of time in the arcade doing the snowboarding and, switching between Cloud and Sid, and that was fun. And I don't want to go into too much because I don't want to spoil anything for Ryan, but yeah, overall I've had a really good experience with it, and when I beat it, I'll probably go through again and go find the things that I missed.
Nice. Because how many hours have you put in so far? Don't want to talk about it.
Do I have to say that out loud?
No, of course not.
Most people that I've talked to have done about 40 hours into the game and beat it.
Okay.
I think I'm like 30 plus.
Okay.
But I did get lost on some spots, but that was just, I was playing when I was tired and distracted.
Yeah. It's a pretty game.
It is a pretty game.
You gotta do the side quests, you gotta do what you gotta do. No, totally.
And I need all the weapons. Give them to me now.
Oh man, I can't wait. I let my brother-in-law borrow my PlayStation so he can play. But he recently broke his foot. Shout out Simon. Sorry, buddy. Sorry that you broke your foot. So maybe he'll have more time to finish it. I don't know.
There you go.
And then maybe I'll get a chance to play.
There you go.
But then, I don't know. June's gonna be a busy month. And so is July. And so is August and September. In terms of games. We're gonna have a lot of games coming out. A lot of releases.
I know. I wasn't going to think about that, but thanks.
Yep.
I'm just hearing my wallet. Yep.
Sorry, buddy.
All the things.
Well, have there been any other games that you've been playing?
No, Animal Crossing has kind of consumed my downtime. Aside from that, Final Fantasy, I did play some of the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot because that was fun when we played it at E3 and, just having it at home. But other games came out and I haven't touched it since. I do need to go back and actually beat God of War. I know you guys can egg my car for not ever beating the new God of War, but I got to a point, I set it down, I tried to go back, I was so confused, I have no idea what to do now.
Yeah, you gotta start all over. No, it's worth it. It's worth it. It's so good.
I know, I listened to the audiobook. It made me want to play the game so much, even though I know what happens. I'm like, I gotta experience it.
You gotta do it.
I gotta feel Kratos' pain, and I just gotta hear him say, "Boy."
That's right. Oh, every 5 seconds. Okay, it's not every 5 seconds, but you know,
yes,
it's a lot.
You guys know.
He's got a punk. He's got a punk little kid.
Yeah.
He's nice, but man, there's some parts where he's real ornery, and it's just like, oh man, just want to smack him upside the head.
Yeah.
No, you need to see it. If you play through it again, I know you heard the audiobook, but if you play through it again, there's so many just little visual cues that just kind of give you little aha moments as you're going through. It's such a good experience. Definitely one of my favorite games I've ever played. God of War is amazing. So you have to do it at some point. I mean, you own the special edition console,
do.
So you got
a very pretty console.
You gotta do it.
I'm so grateful. Thanks to old job at GameStop being able to get that limited edition God of War PS4 Pro. That's so good.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to get it from you, but you won't give it to me.
Nope, can't do it.
Well, I've been trying to play some games that have been on sale that I missed out on. You ever heard of Donut County? It's a really goofy puzzler where, like, these raccoons open up holes in the ground, and your job is really just to kind of suck up everything in the level.
Okay.
Yeah, it's super fun though. It's just the humor is really good and it's just funny. It's a super funny game. I'll have to let you try it, but that's one that came out a while ago that I didn't get a chance to play. So that's been fun. I've been working on a couple reviews for Game Octane. I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to say what games. Anyway, I'll have reviews next week.
I have been slacking, and I haven't done
games.
that on there. I also write for them, and
Wow.
I know I'm a terrible person.
Wow.
I blame it on the Rona.
You're not supposed to. We're supposed to have more time, and it didn't. It didn't work out. It didn't work out that way. Oh man. No, I hope. Hopefully, you guys and we'd love any feedback that you guys can give for this podcast. We do have a Twitter page. It's at EnterCodePod. All one word. So hopefully you can search us out and follow us. We do talk about just the games that we're playing, and hopefully we'll have some good news and some comments and things like that. So we'd love for you to just leave us a comment, leave us a message, tell us how we're doing. If you have any questions for things that we want to discuss, then we can definitely do that. But let's talk about. You already mentioned E3.
Okay.
So I've been thinking about this. Recently, Jeff Keighley, he set up the website that's Summer Games. Oh wow, Summer Games Fest. There we go, SummerGamesFest.com. So he had a bunch of announcements this week. I'm not sure if he caught any of them. The big one was everyone's favorite announcement of the remaster of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Yes.
Cannot wait for that. Did you get a chance to see the trailer?
Yes.
Okay,
Just
good.
goosebumps and that soundtrack and just the lyrics in my head of when did that come out? Was I I want to say I was like middle school probably?
Maybe.
I know I'm dating myself, but yeah, we're old men, it's okay.
We're not that old.
We're young men at heart.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. The trailer looks phenomenal. They did an amazing job of remastering just the game. And I think with the trailer, they did a really good job of kind of interconnecting where they showed the old footage and then what it looks like with the remaster.
Yeah.
So it looks impressive. It really looks incredible. One of the best news also during that that live stream that Jeff did, talking about some of the, I want to say some. It's not all of them, but some of the songs from the soundtrack will be in this remaster. So yes, folks, Goldfinger and Superman, yes. Primus is going to be there, yes. There's a lot of good songs that are going to be in there, and I'm assuming more. I guess we'll find out September 4th when it comes out. One of the bummers, though, Bring the Noise isn't going to be on there. Yeah, the Anthrax and that collab, it's not going to be in there. So there's a couple songs that didn't make the cut, and that's okay, because there's licensing issues and things like that. You just can't get everything in there. But yeah, they added a whole bunch of the old soundtrack on there. The footage from the trailer looks amazing. If you didn't catch the announcement, and if you pre-order, you get access to the warehouse level sometime this summer, or at least sometime before launch, which is pretty awesome. So I'm definitely going to be doing that.
Oh yeah.
What do you think though about their decision to recapture the skaters, but as they are now, instead of
How they were then.
how they looked back in the good old days?
I mean, it makes sense. Like, there's one thing to do just the remaster, but it's showing that you care about the fans and the impact a game made of we know you love these skaters. Let's have them how they are now, and just kind of make it a newer experience.
Yeah,
but still the same gameplay that you knew and loved back in the day.
yeah, for sure. I think in listening to the stream that Jeff did with some of the developers, and Tony was on there too, of course, because he's the man. They talked about bringing in some aspects that showed up in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, and bringing that a couple things about move sets and things like that you can do on the skateboard.
Okay.
So it sounds like they're going to round out all the moves that you can do, and then just the skaters aged a little bit, but
it's okay.
It's gonna be okay.
Aged like fine wine.
That's right. They're still handsome men's. So I'm excited.
Man, I've just had a flashback of I think this was Pizza Hut back in the day, where they would do little PlayStation demo discs.
Oh yes.
With your kids meal or your book club or something like that. I don't remember the specifics. My brain don't work like it used to. But I remember having Tony Hawk on there in the demo, and I think you were in just the warehouse, and just trying to do that. And I think the one trick I kept always trying to land, and I could never do it. And I think it was the Superman? Or they like jump up and they stand and have their arms spread open and kind of do like a 360 and then they land it.
Yeah, Superman or like
Or the
Fallen
Angel, Bird,
something
Birdman.
like that. Birdman.
Maybe.
Birdman.
Bird. The bird's the word.
Okay.
Sorry, we're kind of silly.
Yeah, we're gonna be off topic. No. I can. I hope that is there. I'm just curious what songs are gonna add to this demo. Because they're probably going to have at least maybe one song, maybe two. That'd be nice.
As long as it's one that fits. I did see a post. I don't know if it's true or not, but they were talking about they didn't want Trapped, Headstrong to be on there. I was like, wow. Just straight up no.
Change.org is amazing. you can protest all kinds of stuff, which is awesome. And yeah, that's one of the songs. There's some very passionate fans out there that do not want, specific songs.
Yeah.
That's okay. Throw some Nickelback in there.
How dare you?
How about some Imagine Dragons? Let's throw that in there.
Hey, hold up. I like Imagine Dragons, but I'm not gonna... Wow, I think I just
you.
lost some points
Thank
there.
you for joining the first and only Enter Code podcast. We'll be having a new co-host.
Thanks for everything, guys. Been
Okay,
real.
fine. Imagine Dragons is okay, I guess.
Wow.
Dude, they just play them too much, okay?
This is why you don't listen to the radio.
That's a good point. So, Tony Hawk, huge announcement.
Okay.
Because, Tony's been talking about wanting to do it forever. And so, it was, I don't know, I was surprised, personally. So, I was very, very excited. So, the next day, Jeff had another stream, and they they announced the Unreal Engine 5. So, pretty awesome tech demo, and obviously it was beautiful because
Unreal Engine, yeah,
it's insane. Cool thing though is that they said it was done from a PlayStation 5.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Take my money.
I figured you'd be happy about that. Yeah.
Just on a side note, I'm very much a Sony fanboy, and Ryan is very much an Xbox fanboy. I have love for everything, but yeah,
we get along.
we get along. It's okay.
It's all right.
I just have the better console. It's cool.
Okay, so we're gonna have some stuff to talk about next episode. But gosh, can't you keep your Sony pony self away from?
Wow. There's about to be a fight in here.
I know, right? Okay, I better keep talking before. So it's going to be available for developers. It'll be looking amazing on PlayStation 5 and on Xbox. So on the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, it's going to look beautiful. Obviously, PC will, the beauty of the graphics will melt your eyeballs.
Yes.
For a price.
Yes.
If you can pay for everything.
Nope. I ain't got that kind of money.
So that was really cool, kind of back-to-back announcements. Before that, Xbox had their third-party developers release some trailers, showing off some games, and nothing really gameplay-esque. You got like maybe 10 seconds of gameplay from Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Which that looks amazing.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome. But some other indie ones and kind of AA, ones. Xbox will be having a series every month and showcasing, what's coming up. July is gonna be the big one because that's gonna be first party stuff, which is gonna be cool. But besides that, like EA is gonna have their broadcast in June. Last of Us Part 2 had a trailer reveal.
That's another one I need to play.
I know.
I have played like 5 seconds of the first one. I know.
You gotta commit.
Just time, life.
It's hard playing the adult themed games when you have kids. That's for sure. I definitely need more caffeine because then I can stay up and play some of these games.
Yeah, but then you're a zombie at work the next day.
Nah, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's almost summer.
Oh, well.
I'll be okay. I just gotta last a little bit longer before the school year's out.
Yeah, I don't have that luxury.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I gotta be alert.
I know, right? Sorry, dude.
It's okay. I gotta make that money.
So what got me thinking about all these announcements is, these announcements came out of a necessity, where a platform that they usually do this kind of stuff was taken away for good reason. For good reason, E3 was canceled. San Diego Comic-Con canceled. All these shows have been canceled. So the thing that I'm wondering is this going to be a new norm? Or will we have trade shows like in the past when this is all said and done and over? I'll let you gather your thoughts because I'm torn. Now, Nintendo has done the Nintendo Direct for 2 years now?
About that,
something like that. 2 years. Incredibly well done. I tune in every single time a Direct comes out because they're really, really cool.
Yeah.
The Xbox shows and the State of Play show, they're also really entertaining and really good. There is something, though, about being at, a trade show that's amazing. E3, I have been very fortunate to go to E3, how many years? 3 years? 4 years? Almost. Very, very fortunate. And it's very stressful, and it's a lot of work. And that's just on a reporting side of things. I can't even imagine what the developers and the PR people are going through on a daily basis during that insane week in E3. But it's just cool being there with the atmosphere. It's cool having hands-on, seeing a demo. It's a neat experience. So as much as I love these shows, and I love the broadcasts, I hope that there still is a spot for these type of game shows, for the PAX shows, for E3. I know Comic-Con's going to come back next year, and that's going to be fine. It's just really kind of the E3. E3's been the one that's people are wondering, questioning. So as much as I love these virtual broadcasts, I do hope that E3 can somehow make a comeback. Somehow. I don't know how, but somehow. E3 come back! I know, right? Please. Last year was kind of weird. Please come back to what it used to be.
It's funny you say it was weird, but it was my first one going to, and I had a blast.
Mm-hmm.
We got to see all the demos and games that we wanted to. Got the awesome swag. It was great. Mm-hmm. I still felt like it was a great experience overall. I know the way things are in the world right now, probably developer-wise, it's easier just to broadcast, hey, this is our game coming out. Mm-hmm. Watch the Nintendo Direct or the Sony Play and the Xbox stuff. And, but it is something, me being a fanboy, being able to go and, rub shoulders with people that have worked on these games and, just kind of see their excitement when you're playing their demo. And then, like when we were playing Battletoads at E3,
mm-hmm.
We got to sit there and talk to the developers, and they were all excited, and we did a little better than some of them, and then we did worse than some of them, but it was a fun experience, and just sitting there talking to them, and when we were playing, was it Bleeding Edge?
Yes. Yeah.
We got to be on a team with some of the developers that worked on that.
Thank goodness, because I was terrible at that demo. Ooh-wee.
I wasn't going to bring that up, but all right.
No, cool. I wear it with pride. I was bad at that game.
It was not your type of game.
No, it wasn't, but it was fun.
It was fun.
But I would never probably tried it if I didn't try that demo.
This is true.
So, and that's a huge part of it. By the way, I don't want to brag too much, but we did beat the Battletoads demo. I'm just throwing that out there.
This is true.
We beat it.
Again, I wasn't trying to brag, but
No, we can brag about that.
Okay.
We can brag about that one.
I'll take that.
That wasn't easy.
I'm a little sad we didn't get the foam fingers.
I know. That's okay. That it's we got the pins, which were awesome.
Yes.
And I know. I wanted to try to go back again, but
I'm ready for that game to come out too. Talking about remakes and old school feels. There's so many games I wish they would remaster. I won't go into that. We'll save that for another episode.
There you go. There you go.
Hopefully you guys still listen to us and like us after this.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will.
If you wish for it, it will happen.
That's right.
If you build it, they will come. Field of Dreams. That's right. It's a good movie. Go watch it.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, it was. It was funny being there because it was different, and it was different in that there were lines, but very manageable lines. Yeah. Which, I mean, we went in. We kind of went last minute. It wasn't really, we hadn't been planning this for months or anything like that, but we managed to get in and play everything we wanted, which is kind of bizarre. And there were moments where we had like seen everything and we're just like,
what do we do now?
What now?
Yeah.
Like, you want to walk around the Fortnite booth? Cool.
I was like, no. I'm not a big Fortnite fan. I just don't get the point of building stuff and the dancing. Like, I just want to go shoot people. That's just me.
And you can do that.
But their booth, oh my gosh.
Right?
They like spared no expense.
Yeah, they did.
I knew that game was popular, but oh my goodness.
Well, and it was like a week before they did, or 2 weeks before they did that. What was it? It was their charity championship. Mm-hmm. Not charity. It wasn't for charity, was it? No, they had like a charity program with like stars, but they also had like pro players and like an actual tournament and competition and stuff like that. But yeah, that was like 2 weeks later, and that was huge as well. So yeah, it was weird. Just being able to get into some stuff that we didn't expect to get into.
Speaking of this, I have to bring this one up just because I did fanboy a little bit, and Ryan just kind of was like a deer in the headlights and didn't know what to do.
Tell him.
Oh, I gotta tell him.
Tell him.
So, we're going over to the other side, and this is the same area where I had the Final Fantasy experience, and we're up here at like the food court. I think we were like had used the restroom or something after waiting in line.
Yep.
And
we were going to try to. We were heading to scope out what we need to do for Final Fantasy because it was on Wednesday and Thursday was the last day. Mm-hmm. So we knew we had to get early. We just needed to figure out where to go, what to do, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So we're up there, and like I look over to the corner of my eye, and I see these people in like film crews, and lo and behold, it was the New Day over there, and this is around the time when Kofi had the belt. Right?
Yeah.
He had both belts. He had the up, down belt, and which he should never lost any of them.
Yeah, we call that the good old days before it was ruined. Yeah. Yes.
Kofi Mania was awesome, but like me being me, I'm like, it's the New Day. Like I watch these guys all the time, but also I had the same thought of, man, I look tall next to like celebrities. Why are they all short next to me? But it was great. Like I went over and Woods was over there. He was probably filming for Up, Down, Down, so I couldn't get to him. But I caught Kofi and Big E. Big E, that's a massive man.
Wow.
Yeah.
He can crush us if he wanted to.
He probably could. Mm-hmm. But he is majestic with them splits.
Yes, he is. Hit the split, buddy.
Right? Just take care of yourself.
It was worth that injury. That was amazing television. Anyway,
but I go over and I'm like, hey, can I get a picture with you guys? And, Ryan's just kind of off hiding around the corner. Mm-hmm. And, I get a picture with them and, these guys are great. Like, they didn't have to take the time to take a picture with me, but they did. And they had fun with it. They're making like silly faces. And you could see it. It's on my personal Twitter account and stuff like that. But it's just things like that kind of made that experience more for me, like more special for me. And like, I was like trying to keep my composure and not laugh during that photo. But when I'm taking the photo, they're like, why are you laughing? And I was like, because you guys are making silly faces. And they're like, what do you mean? These are our faces, sir. How dare you disrespect our faces? You like my New Day voice? Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Yeah, please don't come beat me up, Biggie. Like, Biggie don't crush me. But yeah, it was great. I got the picture, and it was just another experience. And I think that's part of the kind of what Ryan was saying of like physically being in that environment to have that kind of experience. Like, yeah, okay, we can sit at home in our PJs and watch the virtual stuff, but it's just not the same. Mm-hmm. I know it's a lot of money for all of us to travel and to be able to get in and things like that, but it's just
not the same.
It's not the same. And I feel like, even with that aside, we need more of like that human interaction. Like I know we're supposed to be like distancing right now, but after a while, it's just like you need people around you. Mm-hmm. Like you need that human interaction. I can't just wave at you from my backyard to down the street and be like, "Hey, how's it going? Good. How are you? Thanks for asking. You wearing your mask? Yeah." But not to take this lightly. Like, there have been casualties to the coronavirus. I'm not trying to, take anything away from
Of course
that
not.
at all.
No. But when it's safe to do so,
Yeah.
it would be great to have them again.
Yeah.
Have these types of shows. Absolutely.
And hopefully we can.
Yeah, I'll just say real quick that I any type of situation like that where I see a celebrity or someone I look up to, nerves hit me and I freeze and I run. And so I look from afar. Oh, there's Biggie and Kofi? Okay, cool. I'm going to come be like 15 feet away and be like, oh, that's cool. Hey, that's awesome. And then run. So that's just me. That's just how I deal with things, but that's okay.
It's okay.
Without E3, I wouldn't have those opportunities to run and hide. So, I mean, it's pretty magical. It's pretty magical. No, I've met numerous people in line at E3 that I'm still in touch with to this day. And it's a wonderful, wonderful experience. And hopefully, fingers crossed, everything goes well and it's safe for everyone, and they can come up with some plan to have people back together.
Yes.
I know that PAX is still working on their show is it September? Their show in September.
Okay.
So that hasn't been canceled yet.
Fingers crossed.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's PAX West, I believe. So that's up in Seattle. That was another hard hit area. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I definitely think there's a place. Especially with opportunities for indie developers. There are countless games now that are considered, quote unquote indie, and man, they're such good games, and it's teams of 1 or 2 or 3 or 5, or even a little bit larger teams of 20, 30, that E3 is like a make or break. So I hope that there is opportunities during these virtual presentations that they can show off some stuff. That was one reason why I personally was okay with the Xbox presentation. I know that a lot of people were disappointed by it, but I was cool. Just because it showed off some games from some developers that I didn't, some new games I hadn't heard of before, and just gave a platform for them. So it was neat. Don't worry, there's a lot of horror games gonna be coming out.
Yes.
Yeah. There was one during the Xbox presentation it's like Vampire Masquerade 2, I think it was called. Anyway, a vampire had these people like strung up like puppets.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play, right?
No, it was gross.
Come on, you guys want to see us play and like see Ryan's reaction, scream like a little schoolgirl?
No, thank you. Okay, fine. We'll stream some. We'll stream a little bit.
I'll protect you. It's okay.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I need. I need some protection from from all these. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. There's just a lot of good things that come out of trade shows if it's done right. It was interesting hearing all the rumors about what E3 was going to do with this show. Being new and different and things like that. So I guess I was kind of curious what they were going to do, but we'll have to wait till next year and we'll just enjoy all these virtual broadcasts. Mm-hmm. Is there anything you're looking forward to in terms of these virtual broadcasts? From any specific company or anything like that?
I guess just more. I like new, fresh ideas for games. I'd like to see some of that.
Yeah.
I guess one thing I would like to see, and I don't know if this will ever happen, but like maybe like a Legend of Zelda collection coming out on the Switch. Like I know we've re-released these games all the time, but I would love to just be able to have that on the Switch. I know I'll pay for it.
Right.
Take my money now, please. But I mean, some of the other games that I know that are coming out, like was it Ghost of Tsushima?
Uh-huh.
Sorry if I butchered that, but
Yeah.
just watching
That's
that
okay.
one, like that looks awesome. Like
I call it Ghost.
Ghost, right? Well, that could be Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon. You never
Or
know.
Call of Duty Ghost.
Call of Duty. Yep.
But we don't
No.
talk about that.
No, we don't talk about that because I suck at those games.
Yes.
But yeah, I love samurais and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just the footage that I've seen of Ghost just looks awesome.
Oh yeah. for sure. Ubisoft is having theirs in July, and I'm assuming more Valhalla stuff, which is gonna be cool. Yeah, I heard. I remember someone was talking about Nintendo wanting a Zelda every year, which has got to be really hard if they try to make a game like Breath of the Wild.
Right.
So I can see some remakes. Like Link's Awakening was super fun.
Yeah.
It was actually a Zelda I've never played before. So playing that for the first time was amazing. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, I'm hoping for good announcements, and it sounds like we're going to get a lot of announcements, which is going to be cool. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. Well,
I'm excited. I think they'll take care of us. There'll be some good games coming out.
yeah, of course they're going to take good care of us, but not our wallets.
Well, they gotta get paid.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you know someone who is making something cool, you got to give them money so they can continue to make cool stuff. I think Socrates said that.
Did he?
I think so. Was it Abraham Lincoln?
Abe Lincoln.
Yeah, probably Abe Lincoln. Not Abe Lincoln. It's Abe Lincoln.
We're so dorky.
I know, right? Totally.
You sure you guys want to listen to us? Please listen to us. Take pity on us. We're just two guys trying to have fun during all this craziness.
That's what we're trying to do.
If we can make at least one of you guys laugh, then we're doing something right.
That's right. That's right. Well, it's about that time when we start wrapping up.
Yeah.
Before we leave, I kind of want to talk about things that maybe we've been watching. Anything interesting, any shows, anything like that. Because I love talking video games, but I would love this podcast to be about all kinds of entertaining things. So, shows that people have been watching, movies, things like that. So, today we watched Scoob. So, that was okay.
That was, his face said,
Okay, here's and this is where I probably am overthinking everything. It's entertaining. Kids loved it. So that's all that matters, right? And I have 4 kids, so taking them to the theater is a nightmare. And speaking of wallet size, it's just way too expensive. So I do definitely feel for the movie industry, but man, it has been so nice having some new titles that have been available to rent. I mean, $20 to rent on Amazon versus easily $40 to $60 at the theater.
Especially if
go
you
to the theater.
include the snacks and
Yeah, a little tub of popcorn. Oh yeah, it's insane. So the kids enjoyed it. It was worth the money. That's for sure.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil anything. Are you planning on watching it with Eliza?
probably not. She hasn't shown any interest in it.
Okay. So here's the thing. It has the Scooby-Doo characters, but the villain is Dastardly. Dick Dastardly?
From Wacky Races?
Yes. And Blue Falcon's in it?
I mean, I like Blue Falcon.
Right. So it's just weird because it reminds me of, like... It's almost as if they started out wanting to do some kind of Hanna-Barbera collab. Which is cool. That would be awesome. The end credits show, like, Blue Falcon getting a bunch of the famous characters to join up with him during the credits. Grape Ape, isn't that one of them?
Grape Ape.
Yep.
Yep.
The Kung Fu Dog.
Hong Kong Phooey.
Thank you. What else? There's 2 more. Oh, I'm so bad at this. Anyway, so the credits have all these other character-like appearances.
So are they like setting up like a Hanna-Barbera universe?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And maybe they wanted to do that at first, and then they're just like, oh, we're gonna want to market this as a Scooby-Doo movie. Or maybe, a sequel will be like a Hanna-Barbera, universe, and maybe it'll be Wacky Races or something like that. I don't know. It was interesting.
I would see that. I remember having a lot of fond memories watching that kind of stuff with my dad growing up, so...
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I think it would be very, very cool. So hopefully it does well. The numbers for Trolls World Tour, which same thing, came out direct to, well, not DVD, but direct to stream, supposedly made more money than the first one did in its entire theatrical run, which is kind of crazy. So I'm curious if more companies are going to be doing this.
Probably, at least probably for now.
Yeah, I know Regal and some other movie companies are talking big, and they're like, "Oh no, we're not gonna allow any Universal Pictures in our theaters anymore." You know, like they're gonna say no to Fast and Furious.
Come on now.
I know.
That's automatic money.
Right. You're really gonna say no to that? You guys are stupid. So you know, they're all just posturing and have their chest out, and they're just being big and bad and talking big and bad. But we all know they're gonna still have as many movies as they can in the theater.
You have
but
to.
It's cool. I loved it. Unfortunately, Disney will not do that with Black Widow.
No.
As much as I want them to, charge me $30. I don't care. I want to see it.
Yes.
see that
I
movie.
want that movie to come out.
Yeah. So that was a movie I've seen recently, but I don't know. Have you been? Oh, and I know I joked earlier at the beginning of the show about Airbender. Look, I looked it up to show the boys because I thought the cartoon was out. But then I started the movie, and then I read that it was coming out on the 15th, so I'm like, oh, okay, well, bummer. But you know what? Hey, I'll watch it. I'll watch the series. I promise.
Uh-huh.
It's only like 3 seasons, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of watching, though.
How is it? How many episodes in the season?
I lost count.
Really?
My kid has watched that series back and forth like 100 times over already. She loves that show.
Okay.
Watch it in moderation.
Oh.
But it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably still one of my favorite shows.
Okay. All right. I'll watch it.
All right.
I didn't want to give you that aneurysm when I was texting you about all the amazing effects that were in.
It's okay if you liked it. Everybody has bad taste every now and then.
Jeez.
I guess as far as me, things that I've been watching, usually most of the stuff that I watch is going to be like anime shows. So like My Hero Academia, I still love that show. Been trying some different ones. Plunder has been pretty good. Hard time with a lot of them though, because it feels like a lot of them are trying to be like Sword Art Online, where it's like going to like a virtual reality type thing. So it's all an MMO and some weird quirk for the main character. Not to say that's bad, for people that love that out there. It's just for me, I'm kind of burnt out on that. But other than that, a lot of watching Nailed It with the wife.
Yes.
Nailed It is good. And
gosh, whoever that host is, she's amazing.
oh, what's her name? Nicole?
I think it's
Nicole. Yeah, she is hilarious. Like, I want to be her friend.
Right?
Like, she just makes me feel good about life.
I just feel like I could show her the worst cooking thing I've ever made in my life,
Right.
and she'll somehow be like, "Oh, okay, they're there,
Right.
good attempt," and before completely trashing it,
Like, pat on the back. Yeah.
right, exactly. Like I feel safe. I can bring stuff to her. No, she's hilarious.
Yes.
Absolutely. We did catch Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
Yes, it was enjoyable.
It was enjoyable.
It's still weird watching wrestling without having the audience there, but
yes.
these like recorded matches, like where they were going through the headquarters, and they even ran into Vince, and there was like just the spots and everything was just great.
Brother Love in the bathroom.
Brother Love, just I did not see that coming. For a minute there, I was like, "Who is that?" And it was like Brother Love, okay.
Yes.
And the whole like the AJ and Undertaker thing from the previous pay-per-view where they had an awesome match. Again, like this is probably some of the best quality that I've seen from them in a long time. Mm-hmm. And it's sad to say that they've had to let a lot of talent go that we like watching, but hopefully they're able to come back when all this calms down.
That's right. The pre-recorded stuff has been very entertaining. So I kind of hope that at some point when it's safe and audiences can come back, that they can still do some kind of pre-recorded stuff, because I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. Of course, the big news, the WWE news, is Seth Rollins squashed Becky Lynch's continued push.
Wow.
I'm kidding. It's fine. Congratulations to them, by the way.
Yes.
Exciting news. No, Becky Lynch, preggers, gonna be a mama. So she relinquishes the belt.
I will miss seeing her kicking butt, but I know she'll be back after that baby comes out.
Yeah, she's got to come back, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess someone could choose to be, she could maybe not come back, but I mean, I'm sure she can when she's ready, when she's able to.
Becky's the man. She does what she wants.
She does what she wants. That's right. I think my favorite quote that I read online was, Seth Rollins couldn't wear a shield, could he? So I thought that was funny. I had a real good laugh.
Yeah.
Had to explain that joke to my wife, though. Because...
She's not as much a wrestling fan.
No. She missed the whole Shield era.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is fine. That's totally okay.
We love her nonetheless.
Yes, we do. She puts up with all my crap. And
Right.
right.
Forever.
So yeah, it's been interesting without the crowds for wrestling wise, but we've been trying to keep up as much as we can. But yeah, so guys, that's all that we have time for today for the very first episode of the Enter Code podcast. We wanted to do something a little special, if you're still cool with it.
I'm still cool with it.
You're still cool with it?
Still
Okay.
cool with it.
Awesome. So what we're going to do this week, we're going to post this episode, if everything goes as planned, tomorrow. I'll have it uploaded on podcast services, and also I'll have it up on a page on GameOctane.com. So we'd love for you guys to check it out. And hopefully we can do this on a weekly basis.
Here's hoping, as long as schedules permit it.
Yep. That's right. We're hoping. Because I'm sure the news will be flowing, so we'll have something to talk about. So what we would like you to do is follow our Twitter page. So it's Enter Code Pod. Okay, that's at Enter Code Pod. What we're going to do this week, besides posting this episode, and we'll chat with you guys, and hopefully you'll post some questions and comments and things like that that can help us make the show better. But we're going to be giving away a PC code for Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah.
So we are very fortunate to get an extra key that we want to pass along yeah, that was English, to you. Man, I almost made it 50 minutes without fumbling too much.
That's okay.
Anyway, that's all right. I can speak English. So we want to pass along a PC code of Streets of Rage 4 to you. All we would like you to do is follow the page. Okay, so to enter, just follow our Twitter page at Enter Code Pod. All right,
and we'll do a drawing, and one of you guys will get a lucky winning of that, and
yes,
kick butt like we've been enjoying.
That's right. Now, if you don't win the PC code, that's okay. If you have Xbox Game Pass, it's on there, and hopefully you'll download it and play it. But yeah, hopefully someone will win this code and enjoy it. So we'd love for you to, again, follow our page so you can enter into that random drawing, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully we'll have some other stuff that maybe we can give away. We've collected all kinds of just swag and goodies and codes and things like that over time, so we want to be able to pass that along to you. So that's all the time we have. Again, thank you guys so much for watching.
Listening. He meant listening.
No, yeah, you know what? It's fine.
Just close your eyes and you can just imagine what we look at. Then you're watching us.
I think my brain just turns off after 50 minutes. So now we're just going to end this before I make any more flubs. Anyway, thank you guys once again. We really appreciate it, and we hope you tune in next time. All right? Until then, stay healthy, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon.
Peace, love, and chicken grease. Thanks for listening.
Take care, guys. See ya.